One's going to keep them separated in there. I got to join the party in here.
Our tail of the tape for this Bantamweight title fight. Valdina 28 to Penafiel 38. Both men are 5'8", weighing in under the limit at 134 pounds, and both men have a 68-inch reach. It's virtually identical all across the board, folks. We're here for a title fight. Let's get to it. Let's take it, Andy, for our final introduction of the night for the main event of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost ready to conclude the show. Please remember to join us at Tavern on the Wharf for the official Cage Titan 71 after party immediately following this fight. Grab yourself a beer with one of your favorite fighters from the event and have yourself a great time, as this next fight is brought to you by Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer. How American? 200% American. Ladies and gentlemen, our judges sitting cage side are ready. Our referee, the Kevin McDonald, is ready. These two fighters are waiting for you, folks. If you want these two fighters truly ready for your main event of Cage Titan 71, then Plymouth, Massachusetts! Let them hear you! Let's go! 5-minute rounds for the Cage Titans Bantamweight Championship. Introducing to you first, in the red corner, with a perfect professional mixed martial arts record of 6 victories and no defeats. He stands 5'8" tall, and he weighed in at 134 pounds. From Drake, Massachusetts, he's representing Hook and Roll. Let's hear it for the challenger, Andrew the Gladiator Valdina. And now, introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner, with a professional mixed martial arts record of 11 victories and 6 defeats. He stands 5'8" tall, and he weighed in at 134 pounds. From Orlando, Florida, by way of Ecuador, make some noise representing Fusion Excel for the reigning, defending Cage Titans Bantamweight Champion. I give you Joe the Party Penafiel.
Gentlemen, this is 5 rounds under the unified rules for the belt. We went over those rules in the back. If you don't have any questions, feel free to touch gloves now. Return to your corners. Good luck. Very well.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. It is electric.
We got Joe Penafiel in the multicolor little Aztec print shorts. We got Valdina in the black and yellow trunks. And they are about to throw down here for Cage Titans Gold.
25 minutes or less to determine the Bantamweight champion. Big power and finishability from both guys. Liver kick early from Valdina and a low kick.
And Penafiel will play these games right away. Valdina's not the type of guy to fall into these head games. He's going to stay focused, try to implement his game plan.
Neither man has lost as a professional in this building. That's changing tonight. Unless they go to a draw, but unlikely.
Valdina's going to use his kicks, utilize them quite a bit, especially because Joe's very good at charging in on his strikes, very straight. Right, so those straight ones, right, discourages putting his head down, coming straight down the middle. Joe just doing a job in. He's very, very slowly.
Yeah, trying to push him back against the cage a little bit. his ability to be able to move around. And Valdina right back to the center. You can see they have a lot of respect for each other. They're feeling each other out. They know it's a 5-round fight. They know what's on the line.
And that's a lot of switches you'll see from Joe, just like that. A lot of triangle switches. Yep, he's very good at that.
Hands down, trying to get the theatrics bumping is Penafiel. Valdina laser focused. Nice liver kick again.
Body kick there.
Touching the tummy.
Valdina's being a lot more active with the kicks, mixing those kicks up.
He's got very good dexterity with his legs. He can put his. I would liken his kicks to that of Randy the Zohan's.
And he can throw them in close too.
Yeah, very creative with his kicks.
He doesn't have to have a lot of distance. He can lift that leg up and catch you close.
And he's enjoying that southpaw stance with the left leg targeting the liver.
I think Joe's just having a hard time getting the distance because those kicks. Every time he gets in, he's fading a kick straight up the middle or not. Right?
And another teep up the middle to the body for Valdina a few seconds ago.
Both these guys like to switch their stances a lot. Look for Penafiel at some point to try to blitz in. He likes to get his head off the center and throw those big looping shots, but he's having a little bit of trouble finding the range with Valdina's movement and his feints.
He is feinting well to move to push the distance. Joe's just not striking.
And Penafiel looking fast on the defensive movements here. You know, he's getting up there in age, 38 years old, but still looking fresh, still looking in his prime. Just a little late to produce any offense. Valdina timing the kicks nicely, and that's been the story of this round so far through the first 2.5 minutes.
Calm, cool, collected, just chopping away, really.
Valdina's doing a better job of controlling that no man's land, putting the hand out, controlling that space.
A lot of dead space, like it's a good point. He touches the head. He's using that lead hand to measure very well.
And he does it with both sides. You know, as he switches, he's starting to stick that hand out there right away.
Right, and like that switch. That switch back is that very defensive, right? And he's staying in that, like I said, that dead space. He's not giving Joe really any time to move either. So they're engaging constantly. This is a pocket exchange. They're just not throwing yet.
And when you can switch your stance in a balanced manner like that, it really helps you create space from a guy like Joe Penafiel that you know is going to rush in. Instead of having to kind of step straight back, you can just swing that leg back and you can create so much space between you and your opponent.
And it changes your defensive systems. Both of these guys have to change the direction that they move in every time the other one switches stance. It's a lot of checks and balances going on here.
Right. Different weapons are available in the different stances, and it's constantly changing.
Valdina's having a lot of success with those rear kicks to that lead leg.
Penafiel tries to throw something high. They're in an open stance right now, and they hand fight a lot in this open stance.
Whole lot of kicks being thrown by Valdina.
If Valdina swats at something, he's right back into the fire with a 1-2. He's very, very prepared to miss and then refire. You can see that he's worked a lot on missing the first shot and following it up with second twos.
Right, because those are the ones that land a lot of times. It's not that first shot.
Oh,
it's the
just
second,
missed with that head
shot.
kick. Now Joe's starting to press a little harder.
Nice left hand.
Put a little steam on that one.
Nice. Those kicks are really gonna dig in. Especially if Joe's not. I don't know how used to those kicks Joe's leg is, that backward.
Another one to the liver side.
Joe's just taking him. He's walking through him well. The reach there. Good clinch work here. Joe's very good here.
Yeah, this is where Joe wants to be. You know, make it a little messy. Start grinding his head against him.
Nice shot, little attempted foot sweep there. Nice foot sweep there. Nice
right
body kick. 10 seconds left in this round. Or in this round. Just touching him with those kicks. Keep scoring all the way. Score. Great technical display from the challenger in the first round there.
Yeah, pretty one-sided round in terms of just output being thrown and landed, whether they were blocked or found a home to the body. Valdina diligent with those kicks, and Party not really getting anything going offensively-wise, kind of just stalking the middle and chasing them down. And
you can see it. Really doing a great job of maintaining his distance. Like you said, Lyle, it was a great point. It was a great at maintaining that space in between, right? He's not letting Joe settle in the pocket at any point. So once he sets his speed, he knows Joe's going to throw. Let's go to the corner and see what they got.
If you're going to go to the head kick, don't aim high, just a little bit. Just a little bit higher. You look amazing now. You look amazing. Keep doing the same thing. He needs you to make a mistake. He needs you to make a mistake. You're not making it. You won that first round. You won that first round. No. You're not doing anything wrong. You're doing great. Don't take any risks.
Okay, let's go.
Round 2 coming up.
Penafiel not taking the stool, just pacing around the cage, seeming cool and collected like he never left Plymouth.
And Tyson Chartier is giving Valdina some advice, saying he needs you to make a mistake, right? And that's true. Valdina has to make a mistake in order for Penafiel to capitalize on it. Right now, Valdina's not making any mistakes. He's holding his ground. He's controlling that no man's land we talked about, and he's forcing Penafiel to have to try to find a way in, and he's not having success finding a way in right now.
I think Joe's got to start taking a little bit more risk on the way in because he'd had some success pushing Valdina back.
When he gets Valdina about a half step away from the cage, right, that's where he needs to rush in with those big loopy shots and work for that clinch.
Oh, those calf kicks are starting to hurt.
That one didn't feel good. And then he goes high with it.
Watch that left hand as Valdina backs up.
Nice kick again, just out of range, just a little bit. Penafiel, my bad. Nope.
Chipping away at Joe's arms. He might not be landing flush with these, but they definitely hurt.
Yeah, especially over a 5-round fight, right?
Taking away that big power hand by just smashing that arm. It's a good tactic. It's called cracking the shell. I learned that one from Chip Maraza-Pollard, right?
Yeah.
Make those arms nice and heavy so there's no pop on them. It's almost like the same tactic as taking a leg away from him. Nice hook on the return there.
Right, he says you're going to block the kick. Fine, I'll just kick you in the arm.
Yep, just keep doing it. Over and over.
Another low kick, and that one got a reaction out of Penafiel.
And Penafiel's trying to bait Valdina into a brawl, right? But Valdina's not falling for it.
Nope. Penafiel needs this to be a dogfight. He can't let this be just like a tit for tat, my technique versus your technique. Because he's outgunned in that regard.
Yeah, in this position here, this is when Joe needs to start coming forward a little bit. You've seen him have a lot of success rushing in with some big shots, pushing against the cage. This is when he has to take advantage of those.
Valdina's doing a great job, you know what I mean, just touching, and now that kick hurts, man.
Yeah, that kick's really starting to add up. He's connecting with it. Penafiel hasn't been able to check one cleanly.
I'm not sure how many punches he's thrown so far.
Cupcakes Campbell, it's been a round and change in this title fight. What are you seeing between these two competitors?
Great exchange there, man. Just tons of respect between these two guys. Valdina's opening up now, though.
He might be closing in on something.
I don't think I've seen either of these guys respect another human being this much.
He's got his back against the cage.
Yeah, a lot of respect between them. Good point there, Johnny, but Valdina opening up with some big barrages in the crowd getting behind him here, but Penafiel kind of just smiling him down, but he's not firing back.
And Valdina was pointing to Penafiel's hand, and then Penafiel was looking at it. I don't know if he was just trying to trick him or there's some sort of injury there.
Maybe. That's a good point. I did see that point. That was about...
He's been kicking his arms, kicking his hands, kicking his wrists.
And since that moment, Joe's backed up. He's against the cage. He's not pushing forward like he was before.
Yeah, you might have a hurt hand there. Broken forearm or something.
I think Valdina kicked that hand is what happened.
Yeah, look at his right forearm. It's got a knot on it, and he's been blocking those kicks all night.
Yeah, he broke that hand.
Ooh. Yeah.
He's holding it tight to his chest.
Yeah.
That right hand is injured on Penafiel.
Yeah, he's got a bump on that forearm right there, and he's blocked about 15 kicks. Yeah, could be.
He's not throwing it. Again, Penafiel's not really throwing much of anything, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, big left hand from Valdina.
But we know Penafiel's going to do that. He can take shots like that. Valdina can't buy into it. He's got to just keep doing what he's doing.
That Ecuadorian noggin of his has copped him out of some big trouble before.
Valdina's playing a great game right now. He's not falling in. Anytime he connects on Party wants him to fall into those traps. Wants to fall into the brawl.
Keep going.
But Valdina's having none of that. He's keeping the range.
His combinations are short to the point, and then he moves. He's not trying to stay there for too long. Oh, nice kick from Penafiel there. That's the first thing we've seen from him in a while. Wondering if maybe it was a stinger on his arm. I want to see him throw that punch.
Yeah, we haven't seen him throw a right hand yet.
Hands open, he's playing with it, he's pawing with it at the very least. That kick has got to suck. It's sweeping every time.
Yeah,
either he's taking the damage away by letting it sweep through, or he's just eating a really hard kick.
And Valdina just keeps chewing up his targets.
That left leg is a monster. Yep.
Ooh, right hand stumbled Valdina, looked like.
Short time.
It's like the first right hand that, oh. I got a reaction out of the crowd. That erupted in hatred for Penafiel right there. A little extracurricular activity after the bell there. Minor at that, but enough to send the crowd into a frenzy.
They don't know, but see, the thing is that this is what Joe Penafiel does, though. When he can't get a reaction out of his opponent, he'll find the reaction from somewhere. And that hypes him up. It gets him fired up to get that second tank of wind that he gets.
Bro,
So
he cannot take
they
the power.
think that they're
After every kick
sticking
of
up for their
return,
friend, but
every
they're just
kick, get him
fueling
something,
the
a shot,
fire
a fake,
of
something.
Joe
Let's go,
Penafiel.
Poppy, let's go.
It's a brilliant tactic I've never seen anybody else use.
I mean, just how deafening it got after that. That's,
He knows how to get under your skin. Don't I know it?
well, Valdina doing a good job sticking with the no-head games. He's not falling for any of it. He's just staying diligent in his attack.
Yeah, Valdina's fighting his fight. That's exactly what he needs to do. Penafiel needs to get a little bit more aggressive. You've seen him have a lot of success in the past when he starts putting that pressure on, when he weaponizes his cardio and his ability to take shots, but he's got to start putting a little bit more pressure on Valdina and start pushing him back a little bit.
I'll say this, there's no way that Penafiel's thrown more than 20 strikes in the first 2 rounds. He needs to get going. Like we're in round 3 now. You got round 4 and 5, champ. You got to start picking up your punches and your kicks.
Nice right hand, nice right hook from Valdina. Party trying to talk, but he's getting slow to walk with those leg kicks adding up. Johnny Cupcakes. 2.5 rounds in the books, or 2 and change.
Oh!
What does Valdina got to do to really put some damage on Party if Party's not throwing back?
I'd like to see him work his hands a little bit. I don't think that Party is a very dangerous guy in the pocket necessarily. And if I've seen Valdina, he cuts beautiful angles, he throws beautiful punches. I'd love to see him just let his hands go a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Penafiel this gun shy before.
I think the distance management and those kicks are what doing it. Valdina is excellent with his long-range weapons, and every time Joe does get in, he's taking shots coming in. Every single time he steps in, he's getting a kick.
Yeah, the Party's usually much more aggressive, but Valdina's game and the feints are causing him to second-guess himself before he goes in.
And everything he is throwing is very big, so Valdina can see it. You know what I mean? He's doing a great job of the opposite stance battle of keeping his foot on the outside of Penafiel's. Look at the welts on Penafiel's arm.
On his arm, on his leg. He's got a few welts from those kicks.
Just purple.
You can see everywhere that Valdina has landed those kicks.
Remember, he did hit him in the end of the second round there, and it appeared to affect Valdina. So it's, you can't take Penafiel. You can get that lucky shot. He is 1 shot away all the time, just like he is every time.
He's always dangerous, right? Valdina has to stay on like this for the entirety of this fight.
Yep.
If he relaxes for a moment, if he gets distracted, if he makes a mistake, Penafiel will try to capitalize on it, and he can turn the tide very quickly.
So he's going to try and make him chase him now. He's trying to chase him by walking away like that into something stupid. And his corner doing a great job. Pete Luciani in the corner doing a great job keeping his fighter focused on the goal and what he's trying to do. Need more of that.
He needs to do more of that stuff right there.
Need more of that. But sometimes when Penafiel does that, he leads with his head when he does that. And those teep kicks up the middle, whoo boy. That would be a nasty one to eat as you walked in. And that's what he needs to do. Penafiel needs to throw more feints like that.
And he needs to stay in there after.
Ooh, that was a good
nice
one.
right hand.
That was a good one. See? He's
Getting his attention with that one.
Yeah, Penafiel finally landed something there. And now he's picking up the pace, trying to throw actual combinations, and he's landing strikes when he throws. He just hasn't thrown for the first 2 rounds.
eyes wide is the champion. Still trying to figure out that range appropriately. Oh,
Nice.
that lead hook is working. That left hand for Valdina is working.
Yeah, when he switches to his orthodox stance and throws that left hand over the top, it's real nice.
I want to see a 2 come over his head high for the head. Throw the 2 over the shoulder, and then the head kick is there. He hit it once. He can hit it again. I don't like the naked switching both of them are doing. And what I mean by that is there's no feints or anything in front of each other. Now, Valdina's doing a good job of maintaining his distance, but that's where those blitzes will start to come in. If we do nothing in front of it.
Yeah, especially if they switch their stance towards their opponent, right? That's the time where he can blitz.
That was a good pull.
Very measured approach from Valdina.
I was just gonna say he's not.
That's what it takes.
He's knows the magnitude of the situation. He knows the danger of the opponent that he's got in front of him, and he is calculating every move he makes in there. And you heard in the corner cam, Pete Luciani, you're not going to make those mistakes. The only way he wins is if he capitalizes on a mistake. And so, Valdina, pitch perfect defensively, movement, angle-wise.
He's got to get off the cage. Joe's getting close.
This is when Joe has to go.
He shoots now. He's a wrestler now.
Great takedown defense from Valdina.
Switches up the tactic, though. It's good to switch up the tactic. Round 4 coming up. We are in the championship rounds.
10 minutes or less to go of action for Cage Titan 71. I don't know which corner cam we're going to go to right now, red or blue, but we're going to have a listen in. How about you?
You got 2 rounds. I think you're up 3-0. Could be 2-1. I don't know how they give him that last round. Probably not. But you're more than likely up. Now, we can continue to do this for the rest of the fight and win the fight. I don't want you to take any unnecessary risks. What I do want you to do is start adding a little bit more of your game.
I go up to stance or no?
Just what did you say?
Up to stance or no?
You can go same stance. You can go same stance. But let him do it and then find something there. Right? If you feel comfortable like throwing your jabs there and like adding, I want you to add something he hasn't seen yet. Right? But I don't want you to force anything. And if he's throwing, you don't have to throw back. Right? You can move and then get out.
Sound advice from Pete Luciani there. Starting up his own gym hook and roll and telling Valdina that he's confident that he's up 3 rounds. Could keep doing what you're doing all night and ride this pace, but start taking some calculated risks and set up more weapons, knowing that you've got this lead, and try to create those openings and come away with an impressive finish. I love the advice from Pete Luciani there. And Valdina just laser focused, eyes on the prize.
He's pitching a shutout right now, so far. Penafiel, I think if he starts to play with that hand control, he's actually really good at holding the tops of people's hands as he pushes forward. He's got to press back to the cage and then just start unloading a little bit, because
well, you saw it at the end of that last round. Penafiel really worked, dominating the foot position, started to push Valdina back to the cage, but then he didn't really do a lot with it. He had a little success at the end of that last round, and that's what he's going to do earlier. He's going to try to push Valdina back, and then he's going to blitz.
Nice liver kick again.
And you could see the welts on Penafiel's arm, his
everywhere.
leg, his body,
his back. You know, he's just taking punishment. Valdina doing just well enough, staying at that medium range, just out and stepping right back into the fire. It's perfect. His range work is perfect today. He is just out of the way of everything.
Nice check.
And then right in the way for his shots. Penafiel cannot figure out his spacing. That's been the name of the game here. He cannot figure out which stance works for him in this fight.
Now Valdina's been in control this whole time. Cupcakes, we're in the championship rounds. What needs to change from Penafiel to find some success in this fight?
Penafiel has to go. He just has to. I was wondering, is this a tactic? Is he trying to the later rounds so that he can try to bring up the aggression then. I don't know, but I need him to go now. What does he want to be remembered for, you know?
Big exchange there. This is where Penafiel has to go. Once he gets to this position, that's what he has to do. And look for Valdina to create space.
There's a nice off-timed right hand there.
There you go.
Valdina turns
First
against the cage.
First time we've seen Penafiel be able to close the distance.
And even still, it's Valdina in control.
I don't think that Penafiel's going to win a straight-up wrestling exchange here. I've been wrong tonight before. So I have been wrong tonight. Ooh, foot stomp.
Foot stomp.
Those are nice.
Gotta love a good foot stomp.
Mario Batista did that to me, and I just looked at him like, really? Come on, brother.
You just foot stomp me, bro?
That's exactly how I felt.
Let me touch your feet. Let me stump your feet. Penafiel with the control in the cage, breaks off, nothing thrown. Valdina back to the center.
Valdina's getting in the pocket a little bit more, getting a little bit more risky with how long he's staying.
Well, he's got to know he's behind.
That's the thing, is that he's up.
This
Valdina's
is what he needs to do.
Yeah, this is what Penafiel needs.
That's Penafiel's game.
The only kind of moment he's really had this fight. You know, I'll keep that little bar until the end of the fight.
Valdina's got such a collected approach where he's not engaging in the head games, he's not overextending himself, he's not extending these combinations too long to allow Penafiel to get shots off. It's been an extremely calculated effort.
Penafiel's having his most success in this round for sure. You know, 4 rounds in, you know.
Yeah, he's been in 5-round wars before.
Yep.
And Penafiel's got to do something with these positions.
I'll say through 4 rounds, the party's been dull.
Someone's got to spike the punch.
Little bit, get things going. That was a nice attempt
up on top.
in a mission control type position. He's gonna go, he's gonna posture up, right? Secure the position.
And listen to this place, war.
30 seconds, it's a lot of round to work. He can get some good damage down here if he tries to pass.
Great way to finish the round right here.
Yeah, and the closest.
I'd say go for it and just posture up and start hitting.
And the closest.
Dagestani handcuff, he's got to, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, the closest round of the fight thus far. Valdina landed on top. Ooh, big right hand from Penafiel though on the break.
Exchange of knees right there.
We're going into the 5th and final round.
Kevin McDonald doing a great job keeping Penafiel away from Valdina in between these rounds. What a war it's been. Andrew Valdina thus far pitching a shutout. We're going to go into the corner of Penafiel.
When you're in that clinch, just breathe. Okay. That's all I need you to breathe. Get some water if you want. Deep breath. Deep breath. Yeah. You know you're gonna knock him out, right? I need you to stay in his face the whole time. You gotta be touching him the whole time. You understand? You gotta be on him the whole time. That motherfucker is tired. He's never fought somebody like this. He thought he could just stay in his face the whole fucking time. No. I need you, if he stays here, his elbows off the brace. He's getting his hips flat on the fucking ground. Drop for a fucking double. Don't do that stupid ass fucking double. Drop for a fucking double. If you don't have it, just sit right back up. Put the chin right there, put your head right there, fucking chin and keep on there. Elbows are money too.
5th and final round to determine who the Bantamweight champion is. Hard to imagine Valdina is not up 4 rounds to none.
Penafiel is going to need a finish. Absolutely needs a finish in this next round. That's not even debatable at this point.
Yeah, the party has to go for broke this round.
The whole round.
He has to make it nasty, get in Valdina's face, and hope to land a big shot because Valdina's playing a perfect game. Great fight strategy for this, and he's going to come out ready to go. They take the center of the cage. Valdina right away with the kicks.
5 more minutes to determine.
Knocks it down with that kick. Penafiel's got to find a way to blitz in now.
Oh, that leg's landed a little ginger there.
Yeah, Valdina's going to continue to chop that leg now.
Like I said before, don't fix what ain't broke.
Oh, Penafiel with a big head kick late in the round.
He needs to do more of that. He needs more of that.
Talk about going for broke. That's about as broke as you can go for right there. And Valdina ate it. One last stanza, one more time. Johnny Cupcakes Campbell. What a night it's been.
What a battle. What a battle. It's great to see these guys go at it like this. Valdina just showing that he's been doing the work. He's an intelligent fighter, and he deserves the next level if he can get through this round here. He's cruising to victory.
Here he comes. Here comes Penafiel.
Penafiel's coming now. Yep. He knows he's behind.
Yep.
He knows he has to get a finish.
Too little, too late to win on the judges' scorecards. He's really got to land something devastating. And Valdina throwing right back in that pocket as Penafiel starting to up the amplitude here.
Yeah, you're starting to see a little bit more of a sense of urgency from Penafiel, but it might be a little bit too late.
Nice 2 there from Penafiel, though.
Big punch.
His 2 is landing. It's fine. So apparently it's not broken. He's throwing it.
A little blood coming from Valdina's nose.
He got clipped a few times. That right hand is landed. Hook on the break there. He's got to keep moving, keep his feet moving, Valdina does.
Penafiel's already thrown more in this 5th round than he did in the entire fight.
This whole fight, yeah.
You know, Valdina couldn't find the exit there. It was smart for him to wrap him up for a minute, slow that onslaught down.
Right, yeah, slow the guy that's coming to finish. He's the only way he can win right now is a finish. That's the only thing I can see happening.
I'd have to agree at this point. And Penafiel, so far,
he can't be content with this position.
He's winning this round by a margin right now.
Oh, he's really okay. A lot of
takedown.
Big lift there. Good defense. Nice. And that was a good transition.
Fence grab there. Definitely anymore. Takedown for Penafiel. Blood coming from the face of Valdina. And Penafiel with the back take now.
He's got to be careful. Uh-oh.
What a comeback this would be.
2 minutes to go. Valdina's got to break up.
Valdina's got to be really smart right here.
And the party's really got to get to work if he wants to come away and retain this belt. Big ground and pound, definitely his round.
Valdina's got to move.
Penafiel
this is a bad spot.
One hook in.
He's too high off of him. He's not really on him at all. He's just kind of leg riding right now.
But also, if you're Valdina, you got to know, all you got to do is survive.
The party's got that hook in now. He's looking to take
careful.
The back.
He's got to not get flattened out. He's high. There it is.
Crowd getting behind the hometown kid in Valdina as he inches back up to his feet. But Party Penafiel with the back taking big punches.
He's trying to make it count here. He's got a minute and a half to work.
And honestly, if I'm being fair, Penafiel looks to be the fresher fighter right now.
I would agree. He's got a second tank. It's made of hatred and spite.
Ecuadorian gasoline.
He's working his way up. He's back to his feet.
Like Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He made his way. Oh, good. Right back down.
With a big takedown.
Big shot there. He's got to get back up.
He's got
1 minute.
He's got to survive for a minute. 60 seconds. Penafiel's got to really go for the ball.
Right here.
He's got to keep moving.
He can't stop moving. Penafiel is looking for those big shots now, and he's connecting. He's starting to hit him with some hammer fists right up here.
Yeah, referee walked in and said, you got to work.
Back to his feet. 30 seconds left.
Listen to this deafening crowd getting behind Valdina, surviving the late onslaught from Joe Penafiel. He's trying to reverse the position, but Penafiel back up.
Back to their feet. Valdina has 20 seconds. He's got to keep him here. And he's on his way to a Cage Titans championship.
10 seconds.
Not without some adversity from the party.
The late comeback from Joe Penafiel, not quite enough to get the finish.
What a fight. What a fight.
And they hug it out. All class between these two competitors. A lot of smack talk and belief in both of these champions leading into this fight. But you'd have to imagine Valdina took the early lead, and it was too little too late from Penafiel, who couldn't get that finish. I got to tally the scorecards. You talk to the replay. We're crowning a champion.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Valdina dominated those first 4 rounds. The party had some success at the end of the fight, but it was just a little bit too late. Man, he is always dangerous. He never quits. He weaponizes cardio. He's got that endurance, but
I'm so sorry, brother.
Valdina's going to be crowned the new champion here tonight.
All goes well. I can't see how it would go any other direction, really. Penafiel just started on the gas pedal a little bit too late. He started getting a little better of the exchanges in the 4th round, right? In the 5th round was clearly his best round, right? Where he even had Valdina in trouble for a good minute there. And the ref had to step in and tell him to get moving. But it's just too little too late, right? You took 3 rounds off, and then we see the big takedowns. We should have seen those earlier, you know what I mean? A little bit earlier, taking some risks a little bit earlier, but great performance by Valdina, you know what I mean? Great performance.
Great performance by Valdina. He stayed measured, he stayed composed, he played his game, he didn't fall into Penafiel's game.
Yep.
And for Penafiel, he just had to put that pressure on way earlier. It's almost like he was trying to figure out Valdina's game, but there was nothing for him to figure out except that he just had to close the distance and he had to be more aggressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for these two? What a main event that was. Keep it going. Remember to join us all at Tavern on the Wharf very shortly for the after party. But for now, these two went to war for 5 5-minute rounds, and we go to the judges' scorecards for our decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46, giving you your winner by unanimous decision and new Cage Titans Bantamweight champion, Andrew the Gladiator